Hey now YouTube, Joey brings it back again. Cali coming at you from the West Coast to the Best Coast with part 2 of the SGC crossover edition. Man, thanks for the info. My buddy Brian B. Roth 6, he let me know that SGC is having an awesome, wonderful special, $10, $10 to cross over any card, PSA, BVG, doesn't matter the value, cross it over into the new SGC, the Stealth, I call it the Darth Vader, the Black Mamba. It's an awesome black case that they use. It doesn't get any better than that $10 to cross over. So I'm gonna do it. I had shown cards, video part 1. I'll put the link down below. If you haven't seen it, check it out. This is gonna be part 2. I'm gonna show just one card, but it's a really cool card. And it kind of shows off the way I love to collect. You know, hey, I love showing the way I love to collect. I love showing my cards. I love hearing your guys' opinions and thoughts. And hey, man, without further ado, let's get to the cards. Let's talk about it, man, the way I like to do here on my channel, the way I love to collect. It's Joey Brings It. We're talking cards. West Coast Cali. Here we go. All right, guys. Let me show you what I showed in part 1. Look at that Frank Chance Hall of Famer. Polar Bear back. I showed this Donlin sitting pose with the Príncipe de Gales back. Prince of Wales. Look at that Ritter BVG 5. Look at that pink background. Damn. Quinn Polar Bear back. And of course, this one. The Gray Eagle, part of the Mount Rushmore of the Joey Brings It collection. Man, top 5 definitely cards in my collection. One of my favorites, Polar Bear back, the way I love to collect. Check that out. Damn. So these are the cards. Man, I can't get enough. Look at that Boston uniform. It's a slim cut. I love it. What is up? Enough said cards. How you like that one? They call this one his rookie. Let me know, is that the rookie? I don't know, man, but all I know is that's one of my favorite cards in my collection. Top 5 for sure. So guys, let me set up a little bit here for part 2. The way I like to do it, I love to get a little music going, kind of set the mood just a little bit so we'll know what we're talking about. I think you guys are going to enjoy. You guys hear that? Here we go. How cool is that, guys? That's what I'm talking about. So we're setting the mood. You guys know who I'm talking about. Let me get some more music going here on my channel. Okay, guys. The last card that I'm going to send in. They're going to be 6 or so, but tobacco cards anyways. So check this out, guys. You guys guessed it. Check that out. We are talking Walter Perry Johnson, nicknamed Barney, better known as the Big Train. Look at that. Washington Senators, collar up, Joey Brings It style. Sweet Caporal back, BVG, a poor 1. This one's gonna have really bad paper loss on the back, but hey, that's the only way I can afford this card. But to me, the fronts are the most important. Eye appeal is the most important. You know, what did I say at the beginning of this video? The way I love to collect, and I don't collect for investing. You know, of course I want my cards to hold value, no doubt. If I ever need to liquidate one day, I want to be able to, but I can only get what I can afford. And I can afford this, you know, maybe a card like this once a year. Check out the centering. Not the squarest corners in the world, but then again, you know, this is what I can afford. There are other cards. This is, you know, part where it gets into, let's have a discussion. So, my opinion, the way I like to collect is all about eye appeal, centering when possible, the colors. I love to have cards with no creasing. This one doesn't have a crease in sight. Absolutely no creasing. You know, the issue is paper loss, no doubt. Any card that has paper loss is going to get a 1. But where I was going with this is I want to be able to have a card that I'm just going to love to look at. You know, it will display, even if it's a 1, you know, it'll display well with the other cards. It really will. So the part I wanted to talk to you guys about is, you know, I've seen 2s and 3s where there's creases all over the place, where, you know, the corners are all dog-eared, super rounded, way off center. I mean, really bad miscut, but the back is intact. I personally would rather have a, you know, a 1, a poor, or even an authentic, but that has really, really good eye appeal, than to have maybe at the same price a 2, but that just looks visually unappealing. I don't know. That's the way I like to collect. What do you guys think? Investors, which way is the best way to invest? Is it pure grade, or is it the eye appeal? I always go for the eye appeal because I'm never going to sell these cards unless some unforeseen, you know, situation happens. I'm not going to sell them. You know, maybe my kids will one day, but I sure won't. Look at that Walter Johnson, man. This guy was just awesome. Member of the Baseball Hall of Fame, 1936 inaugural class. I'm not even going to read a single stat. There's no need. Inaugural class. Cobb, Ruth, Wagner, Mathewson, Johnson. That's it. There's nothing else to say. Dang, I have a little story here. I think I want to read it. So hope you guys are in. Sit back. It's just a little paragraph. It's not a story. It's a paragraph. Okay. This was a famous Hall of Famer. Let me try to hold this while I read this. Hope I don't go off center here. Listen. Walter Johnson was the premier power pitcher of his era. He debuted in 1907. On August 2nd, 1907, this is a quote from a really, really famous Hall of Famer. I encountered the most threatening sight I ever saw on the ball field. He was a rookie, and we licked our lips as we warmed up for the first game of a doubleheader in Washington. Evidently, their manager, the Senators' manager, had picked a rube out of the cornfields of the deepest bushes to pitch against us. He was a tall, shambling galoot of about 20, with arms so long they hung far out of his sleeves, and with a sidearm delivery that looked unimpressive at first glance. One of the Tigers imitated a cow mooing, and we hollered at their manager, "Get the pitchfork ready, Joe! Your hayseed's on the way back to the barn." The first time I faced him, I watched him take that easy windup, and then something went past me that made me flinch. The thing just hissed with danger. We couldn't touch him. Every one of us knew we'd met the most powerful arm ever turned loose in a ballpark. Ty Cobb. Man, for Ty Cobb to say that, Oh my gosh, while he was a rookie, imagine that, man. Like I said, I'm not going to go into his stats, 20-year career, 400 wins. We all know that. All I have to say, man, is inaugural class of the Hall of Fame. And he's going to be part of my collection. Lower grade, but damn, he sure as heck has great eye appeal. I love it. So these are the cards that I'm going to send in for my SGC crossover. I can't wait. You know, it's probably going to grade a 1, but it is what it is. But it sure looks nice. Look at that uniform. I love it. The white with the black collar in the inside. Man, I love these tobacco cards. So cool, so colorful. Oh, man, I love it. All right, guys, tell me what you guys think. All I have to say about this guy, man, inaugural class of the Hall of Fame. Look at that, guys. Just awesome. All right, guys, everybody have a great rest of the weekend. Watch part 1 of my video if you have not. Let's keep sharing videos. Let's keep talking about the hobby. Let's keep it positive. United in Cardboard. It's Joey Brings It. We're talking cards. West Coast Cali. Everybody be good. I'll see you on the next one. It's Joey Brings It. See ya.